the ultimate do's and don'ts for seniors at Disney World before you arrive. Why is this called the ultimate do's and don'ts for seniors at Disney World? It's because no one knows seniors better than other seniors. It does not matter how many thousands or millions of subscriber Disney fan vloggers have on YouTube or websites of bloggers or travel agents have. If they're not themselves a senior, then they don't really know from first-hand personal experience. You are an older adult and senior. You get it, right? In the Disney for Seniors Facebook group, we asked over now 92,000 members, most of whom are Disney-loving seniors, to list out to help other seniors what tips and suggestions work for them as seniors when vacationing at Walt Disney World. These tips and strategies are from seniors' own experience at Disney World. We even identify their first name who contributed each tip. After all, these are from seniors in the Disney for Seniors Facebook group, not ours. While everyone is different, with different interests, capabilities, and tastes, if this collection worked for this group of over 92,000 seniors, I am confident that at least many of what they do to make the most of their holiday, the most magical place on earth, will work for you. In this part 1, we focus on what seniors said other seniors should do before they arrive on their holiday. Please do remember to click the thumbs up or like icon if you are finding this part 1 video for seniors by seniors useful for you. And consider joining the Disney for Seniors Facebook group. Now, let's get started with this part 1 of the ultimate do's and don'ts for seniors at Disney World, focusing on what to do and not to do before you arrive. Remember, these are the actual words used by seniors on what to do and not to do for other seniors. Make realistic plans based on your stamina. Sharon, the biggest thing I've come up with over the years is to resist the urge to do everything in this one trip. Pick the most important things for you and have fun. Margaret, we do not stay early extra hours to closing. We're night owls, so party tickets work well. We build in a resort day or two. We may do less per day, but spend more days. Carolyn, a tip for planning a Disney experience for us older folks is to not rush to rides that take waiting for a turn. DIS Pass, if you can get it, is most helpful. Or Lightning Lane add-on is also good. Lots more great experiences if you slow down and talk to cast members to help you find out some of the main flow special places within each of the parks. Also, use websites like All Ears to gain insight to special experiences. Most of all, if you feel you missed something, it is a great excuse to plan your next trip. Plan not going to the Disney parks all day, every day. Joanne, during my 7-night stay, I have a 2-day ticket which I'm using at Epcot. I bought a ticket to the Magic Kingdom Halloween party. I'm planning a few higher-end meals and lots of relaxing at a pool. And gone are the days where I try to do everything. So long as I get to ride Dumbo at least once with my little grandson, this trip I intend to go with the flow and absorb the atmosphere at the parks and the resort. Patricia, I enjoy Disney World so much now because I don't rush. Epcot this year was fantastic. Terry, listen to your body and take the break. You'll know if you need a break to go back to the room for a nap or go to the pool. This suggestion is not just for seniors, but for all. Mickey, a down day. Hubby and I did this in April and just relaxed by the pool, ate and shopped at Disney Springs, and went to the room early that day. Plan not going to the Disney or Universal parks at all. Lori, we love Disney Springs and the resorts. We love food, LOL. We can have an amazing time without going to the parks. So if you're wondering if you can do Disney without parks, the answer is yes, you can. There is a whole other world of Disney outside the parks. You just have to do some exploring. Lauren, another Lori. One of our favorite finds was enjoying the spa at the Grand Floridian. Afterwards, we had a buffet dinner at Park Fair with the characters. It was December and we loved getting to see the gingerbread. Wonderful. and the Grand Floridian was gorgeous with all the poinsettias. I recommend both. Judy, I am 65 and frequently take my 95-year-old mother. We frequently go for 3 to 4 days and never go into a park. Flying from Pittsburgh to Orlando, then take Mears Connect to All-Star Movies, where we prefer to stay in Mighty Ducks for the pool and easy access to the buses at All-Star Park Day. Ride all of the different modes of transportation. Free campfires at resorts. Chippendale sing-along at Fort Wilderness. Animal viewing at Animal Kingdom Lodge. Pool and other activities at resorts. Some free, some for a price. Miniature golf. Surrey bike riding. Horse-drawn carriage rides. Pony rides. Watch Magic Kingdom fireworks from Polynesian Beach or Transportation and Ticket Center, or ferry boat if timed right. Watch electric water pageant. Watch Epcot fireworks from bridge between World Showcase and... Don't overplan. Seriously. Susan, don't be focused on following a schedule except for dining reservations. Just go with the flow. Yet some planning is really helpful to enjoy the Disney parks. Donna, make a list of must-do experiences or rides and prioritize. Avoid crisscrossing the park. Be aware of the parade schedule even if you are not watching the parade. It really changes the traffic. Mary, my husband and I love to watch Disney vlogs to prepare for our upcoming trip. On our Nancy and Dan Travel to Disney and Beyond YouTube channel. Mary continues. The planning is something fun we can do together for weeks and months before vacation. Lois, get a good travel agent. It's usually no cost to you. They can take care of the booking and the details. They do as much or as little as a travel agent. Rod, on my last solo trip, I was almost 80. I stayed in Wilderness Lodge. Animal Kingdom, Caribbean Beach, Wilderness Lodge. The advantages are many, and Disney makes it so easy. They handle all locations. Take your health impacts into account, and that's okay. Patricia, I am 80 and been going to Disney World since 1972. I have some vertigo, so I can no longer ride some roller full park days. Teresa, if you sit a lot, walk before your trip. Cookie, when traveling, I never bring the exact amount of medication. You never know if you're going to be delayed. If I'm there 7 days, I at least bring an additional 14 days. Pay attention to footwear. Christian, never bring brand new shoes. Bring shoes that have been worn quite a bit. We actually bring 3 pairs of shoes per person and rotate them every day. That way, they will keep hot spots and blisters from forming. Karen, I always bring 2 to 3 pairs of very supportive sneakers. Change to a different pair, feet will thank you. Donna, bring 2 pairs of comfortable walking shoes. Alternate them, no matter where you are on Walt Disney World property. Everywhere, compression. Cookie, I purchase compression socks if I'm traveling in a car or upon a plane to prevent any swelling. Also avoiding a lot of sodium. Lois, wear good comfortable shoes or walking sandals with the ball of the foot covered to prevent blisters. Make sure they are well broken into before your trip. Teresa, I pack 2 pairs of walking shoes so I can rotate and let one dry. I also change my socks as often as I need so that they can dry. Carrie, wore compression socks on the plane and in the parks to help with swelling and to avoid Disney rash. Used Epsom salt foot rub at night. Brought moleskin, Neosporin, Band-Aids in case of blisters. Luckily, none. Wore shoes with good support. Roxanne, wear comfy shoes. I usually bring 2 pairs of sneakers and a pair of walking sandals. I switch sneakers every day, and in the event I get sore toes or a blister, etc., then I put the sandals on to give those sore spots a rest. Tech tools, not get a rechargeable fan that you wear around your neck. It really makes a difference. Kelly, familiarize yourself with the My Disney Experience app before your trip and using it while you're there. It is wonderful to be able to place a mobile order for food while you're standing in line and then go get your food the minute you're off the ride. Share available. Use it to check ride times and scooter or wheelchair accessibility for Amazon for around $30. Bob. Neck fans are great. You can buy them on Amazon for around $30. They have 3 speeds. Most of them stay charged on the high setting. Great, almost instantly. ECB or scooter rentals. Lori. We always need a scooter, and park hopper choppers is our way to go. Karen. Don't fret over the scooter. Don't be apprehensive about getting one. That was a lot of unnecessary worry. If you think you may or may not need it, get it. You don't have to be on it all the time. Rosemary. If you're not going because you don't get around as well as you used to, get the scooter. It is not as expensive as you think, and to me, Carrie. Rented a rollator walker. Sat down in lines on the rollator seats. Jamie. If in doubt, rent the scooter. You can park it in a designated area and walk if you want to, but it is so worth it if the walking is too much. I go with my daughter and her family, and it allows me to keep up with them. It also gives me a place to sit if I choose to wait instead of ride something. Leanne, if you think you'll need a scooter, rent one. They were a lifesaver on our last 2 trips to Walt Disney World. I just factor in the cost or in pain. Save money with tips that work for you. We've discovered what we didn't do when we were younger and took our family. Instead of buying an all-day ticket and a party ticket, we just buy the party ticket now. For Christmas, we had just as much fun, and we saved about $400 between the 2 of us. Karen, get the Disney Visa. Build up your rewards. Use it for spending money at the parks. It's nice to buy all the souvenirs and snacks and not spend a dime. Food delivery to save money. Really? Kelly, bring your own groceries or use Instacart once you arrive to load up yourself with bottled water and a few snacks. That alone will save you big bucks. Wilbur, we also get drinks and breakfast food delivered to cut some costs. Yes, Lightning Lane recommended by some seniors. Rod, I don't have issues standing and prefer to ride standby rather than hustle around with Lightning Lane. I chat with people watch, yet there was this, the opposite from Kelly. Consider splurging on Lightning Lanes for the rides that matter the most to you, especially if you're only going to be there one day or standing in line is difficult for you. As an aside, yes, Nancy and I both tried the multi-pass and single-pass Lightning Lane options in all 4 Walt Disney World theme parks. For those short on time, we really like using them. Here is a link to the first of our 4 Lightning Lane for Seniors videos if you want to see our experience, again from a senior's perspective. Time of year to go to Disney. Susan, would not go in the middle of the summer ever again. Cookie, my favorite time of the year is the end of January and February and early March. I was there in March for 7 days. The weather was in the 70s and beautiful at night. I wore a sweater 2 weeks. This year, I also went back 2 weeks ago for a May visit just for a few days. We went to Epcot just for 1 day, and I can tell you it was so hot and humid, and even with a great tan, I had burns all over my shoulders. It was certainly not enjoyable to be walking in the heat. I much prefer to go when the weather is cooler. And the weather was still warm enough with the heated pools to go in the pool. Since I live in New Jersey and in January and February the weather is usually in the 20s, it's beautiful to land in Orlando at 70-75 degrees Fahrenheit. Be flexible in all things. Melissa, whenever you can take alternate transportation to the buses, do it. I love riding the ferries, the Skyliner, the monorail. Use the another Dan. I would add to this to have flexibility in any plans you make for our Disney World holiday. It goes back to not planning every minute, but include chunks of days you're at. Accommodation preferences or needs. Lorinda, when choosing a hotel, be mindful of the bath setup, as not all rooms are alike. The bathtub shower in the Contemporary Hotel is very deep and could be difficult to get in and out of. If you're not sure, request a room with a roll-in shower. You do not want to have a problem. I am in a motorized wheelchair, and when we visit Walt Disney World, we stay at Pop Century and it is an advantage to us to use the Skyliner to avoid the buses as often as possible because the bus system when in a motorized wheelchair is quicker than waiting for a bus. Cheryl, staying at the Dolphin or any Crescent Lake resort and being able to walk to Epcot, the only park we visited this time. No waiting for buses, no cramming onto boats or monorail. Consider solo senior Disney trips. Marie, don't skip going by yourself if you have the opportunity. It really is wonderful going at your own pace and where you want to go to. And, as an aside, this is something I discovered for myself back in April when Nancy was at an out-of-town baby shower. Sure, personal safety always needs to be a concern. Staying at a Disney resort in Walt Disney World can make one feel more safe. That's what I did. Here is a link to the video I did showing the first day of my Solar Seniors experience, if you're interested what it's like. What additional tips and suggestions do you, a senior or an adult who takes holidays with a senior family member at Walt Disney World use that would help others? Please help all of us seniors by leaving a comment below with your tips for seniors. Now, when the second part of our ultimate do's and don'ts for seniors at Walt Disney World becomes available in the next week or two, if it's not already available, we will place a link right here for you and continue so you can click on that link right now. Until then, be sure you are subscribed to our Disney travel-related YouTube channel for older adults and seniors, and also click that notification bell icon to be notified when each of our next videos becomes available for you. Until then, here are 2 more Disney travel-related videos for older adults and seniors. Hope you have a magical